In this video, guys, I'm gonna be reviewing whiskey from Glengoyne Distillery, and this one is actually the 10 years old whiskey bottled at 40% of ABV. Hello and welcome back. My name is Vlad, and in today's video I'm gonna be reviewing whiskey from Glengoyne Distillery. Glengoyne 10 years old, whiskey bottled at 40% of ABV, matured exclusively in the sherry oak casks, probably chill filtered, but definitely not color added, because it stayed on the label, it's natural color. So at least we've got that confirmation from Glengoyne Distillery that they're not using any color, no any caramel adding to the whiskey, so that's good. And the color looks like this. It's like a gold color. Ex-sherry cask, so we can expect some sherry influence, but assumed by the color probably the casks was not first fill, but I would say second fill maybe. But definitely on the nose there is a loads of fruitiness, and this aroma is quite dense, quite maybe not dense, it's 40% of ABV. So for that 40% of ABV, that aroma is quite intense. There is loads of maltiness, loads of honey sweetness. We have also that kind of green apple notes, some orange, some citrus notes, some cinnamon notes. Reminds me the apple crumble with the cinnamon on top. Some peaches maybe, some toffee and caramel. So this whiskey is quite sweet on the nose. It's like a appley, caramelly. And I need to say again, this is quite intense for the 40% of ABV. Let's go for the palate. And again, on the palate, it's only 40%, but whiskey is quite intense. It's not maybe super oily, but it has some oiliness, some kind of good mouth coating. And that's probably because they're using quite good casks, and all that slow process from the fermentation to distillation, where normally, usually in Scotland, all the distillation process is about 20 liters per minute from the pot still. But in case of the Glengoyne Distillery, distillation process takes about 5 liters per minute, which is like just quarter of normal amount of the liquid going through the still. So that distillation process is quite slow. So probably because of that they refine the alcohol much better, and they receiving loads of fruitiness because of that. Also that slow fermentation, long fermentation, about 60 hours, giving loads of esters and alcohol. The new mixed spirit is quite fruity after all, and that fruitiness is definitely noticeable in the whiskey. Definitely loads of fruitiness, apples, pears, peaches, some orange peel, that kind of toffee, caramel sweetness, some honey, loads of maltiness. But this whiskey is definitely very fruity, and I like this whiskey because of that fruitiness. It's not overly complex, but it has some complexity as well for the 10 years old. And for that minimum 40% of ABV, it has some body as well, which is very good. And when you swallow, it's not over spicy. It's like a touch of the cinnamon. And on the finish, you've got that maltiness, that green apple fruitiness, that apple crumble with some grains. Finish is medium, I would say. Yeah, in general, this is quite nice daily sipper, I would say, or Netflix dram. So if you like whiskies quite fruity forward, with quite a little of body, not over complex, and for the good price as well, because I think I paid for this bottle about 5 months ago. I paid about £32 in England, which is, you know, quite good price for the half natural presented whiskey, like 40, like, you know, natural color whiskey, but 40% only, and probably chill filtered. But even that chill filtration, this whiskey has some body, and this is yeah, it has some thickness. Yeah, it's not very thin, not very watery whiskey, which is good. So definitely, if you ever try this whiskey, guys, just let me know in the comments down below. I'm very, very curious about your opinion. I think this is definitely worth the price. 30 quid for that kind of single malt whiskey. It's definitely a good price, so just share your comments down below, please. And just remember one important thing, guys. Take care about yourselves, about your families, drink your whiskeys, enjoy your life, and see you soon. Bye.